Here's what's coming up.
Skinny guys, they know that they should bulk. Bigger guys know that they should cut. But what about skinny fat guys? Being skinny fat puts you in a weird position. For years, I was skinny fat. I tried bulking and always ended up getting fat. I tried cutting and ended up losing muscle. I pretty much went down all of the bad endings. After all of that and not seeing any progress, I felt like giving up the gym. I figured I was gonna stay skinny fat forever. Luckily, 2 years ago, I was able to figure things out, and now I have a body that I've always dreamed of. To help you guys save time, today's video, I'm gonna give you a step-by-step guide on how to escape skinny fat. All the questions you have: should I cut, should I bulk, how do I put on muscle without getting fat? I'm gonna answer all of that in this video, so stick around to the end. If we want to get to our destination, we got to know where we're starting from. The first step is to find your maintenance calories. Go on Google, type in maintenance calories calculator, plug in your stats. It'll give you a rough estimate of your maintenance calories. It's not going to be exact, but this is a good enough starting point for us. Remember this number because we're going to use it later. The next step, I would recommend getting a food scale and getting some creatine. The scale is going to help us be precise with our calories. The more precise we are, the better our results are going to be. For food scale, you could look up any random brand on Amazon. For creatine, I use this one by Bulk Supplements. Creatine gives you more energy in the gym. You'll be able to lift heavier weight and not get as exhausted. So pick that up next time you're at the grocery store. Next step, you gotta know how to track your calories. All you gotta do is download a tracking app, type in the food that you're gonna eat, measure that food on the scale, plug it in, bam. Now we've done some proper planning. Let's get to the big question. Should you cut or should you bulk? In my opinion, I wouldn't go on a cut. If you think about our goal, we're trying to get muscular. Sure, you might see your abs, but you're not gonna be building much muscle. If I were skinny fat today, what I would do instead, I would go down one of these two routes. Route A, you eat at your maintenance. The pros of this, your body's gonna recomp. You get to stay lean. And if you're a new lifter, you're gonna go through newbie gains, the gains that you get in your first year of training. A lot of us really just blow up in that first year because our muscles aren't used to any type of resistance training. The cons for Route A, you're not gonna be building as much muscle than if you were just bulking. Route B, you could go into a lean bulk. The pros of this, you'll be in a surplus. You're gonna be putting on more muscle. And since you're putting on muscle, you have the potential to lift more weight. The cons of this, you're gonna gain some weight. So which route should you take? If you're afraid of gaining weight, start with Route A, but I would recommend moving to Route B eventually so you can start putting on more muscle. If you go on a lean bulk, just go 200 above your maintenance. That way you minimize fat gain. If you decide to go on a bulk, eventually you're gonna notice you're starting to get fluffy. While we're bulking, we wanna stay relatively lean. So this is where mini cuts come in. To do a mini cut, just find your maintenance calories at that time and cut 500 from it. We're doing more of an aggressive cut because we're only cutting for a short period of time. I do mini cuts for 1 to 2 weeks, but you can do it however long you'd like. It's really just what you're comfortable with looking at. If you want to build muscle, make sure to eat enough protein. The range that I do is 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. If you want to hit your protein for the day, best foods to look for are chicken, eggs, cheese, tuna, beans, salmon. Now that we covered diet, let's talk about how to train in order to build muscle. In your training program, you're going to find 2 types of lifts: your compound movements and your accessory movements. Your compound movements are the big bosses. These get you the most experience points. Compounds are good for 2 reasons. 1, you're able to load more weight than accessory movements. And 2, compounds work more than 1 muscle group at a time. So this saves you time. You're pretty much getting better return on your investment. The compound lifts that I focus on are chest press, shoulder press, pull-ups, rows, dips, deadlifts, squats. These are the main ones to focus on. If we want to make fitness a habit, it needs to adapt with our schedule. You're not gonna tell your boss, oh, I can't make tomorrow's meeting, I gotta hit legs. Pick a training program that fits with your schedule. So if you go 3 days, go with the full body routine. If you go 4 days, go with the upper lower split. If you go 6 days, go with the push-pull legs. The recommended volume to build muscle is between 12 to 20 sets on each muscle group per week. And the way that each of these programs are structured allows you to hit that. Pick the program that aligns with your schedule. Now that we picked a training routine, there's one habit that'll guarantee you progress. We need to aim for progressive overload. Progressive overload is just like leveling up in a video game. The more you achieve your goals in the game, the more your character levels up. Same thing with progressive overload. You want to either increase the reps or the weight in order to level up your muscles. Here's a quick example of progressive overload. Say you're at the gym, you're doing 1 plate on your bench. You're able to hit 4 sets for 8 reps. You either got 2 options if you want to build muscle. Keep the weight the same and increase your reps, or increase your weight and lower your reps. Both of these will help you build muscle. It's more about what your body can handle. Usually what I do is I'll up the reps first, and once I'm able to hit that, then I'll try to increase the weight. So that's how you perform progressive overload. When I started doing this consistently is when my physique really started to change. You need to train with the right intensity. There's a term called RPE, rate of perceived exertion. Pretty much means how hard you're pushing during your workout. So 10 is your max, 1, you're not trying at all. If you want to build muscle, just stay in that 7 to 9 range. So you're probably wondering, how do I know if I'm staying in that 7 to 9 range? Know what your 1 rep max is, test it. So if your 1 rep max is 2 plates on your bench, just do 75% of that. So to sum everything up, just so you guys have actionable steps. The first step to fix being skinny fat, find your maintenance calories. Second, get a food scale and grab some creatine. Third, start tracking your food. When you're precise with your calories, you're gonna get better results. 4, eat at your maintenance or go into a lean bulk. 5, incorporate mini cuts. This will keep you lean while you're bulking. 6, eat 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. 7, get strong on your compound lifts, guys. These will help you build the most muscle. Number 8, pick a routine that fits around your schedule. This is crucial if you want to stay consistent. Perform progressive overload. When things get too easy, either up the reps or up your weight. And number 10, train with the right intensity. Perform in that 7 to 9 RPE range. These are the tiny habits that make up an aesthetic body, at least in my experience. If you do these consistently, you're on your path to getting there. So if you're skinny fat, hopefully that helped you out. If you guys want to get started with the routine, I released the push-pull legs program video. I go over all the exercises you need in order to build muscle. And using this routine has helped me get out of being skinny fat. So you can check that out here. Thank you guys as always. I hope you're having a good day.